Race 5 at Ascot jumps at 3:35. It's the Glenroy Chaff Handicap over 1,500 metres. And for our horse in focus, we'll go all the way down to the Great Southern. Let's have a look at Run, Liam, Run, last seen at Mount Barker.
On the inside, we had Sir Snuggalot and Sixpence Spence both coming hard at Run, Liam, Run in the last little bit. Run, Liam, Run. 28 starts now for 8 wins.
Very much going with a bit of different form for this event, but I think Run Liam Run's 2 runs so far this preparation in the Great Southern have both been good. I think Gate 1 looks ideal, and it's coming up against a lot of horses that have been running in really slowly run races. So from Gate 1, if it can begin well, it may very well be able to just ping off the corner and prove hard to run down at a little bit of a price. So I think it's a good each way quote for this galloper. I have it on top from the 1, which is War God. It's another horse that will be at a little bit of a price, but I think it's a big improver. The gate looks a lot more suitable from 7. There doesn't look to be a whole heap of speed in this race. Brandon Louis can jump on board, kick it out of the gates and try and settle in the breeze. And we've seen this horse prove pretty difficult to catch if it gets a soft run in transit. Third pick is the 5, Dutch Spy. It's been doing absolutely nothing wrong. We saw it coming out of a really slowly run race last start where the usual back marker actually settled in the breeze and managed to kick away from the corner. I'm not sure it will have as many favours in this event. And then fourth pick is a 6, which is Frieresque. I think the few gear changes and back and trip will suit the horse. It's been jumping well at previous starts, but floating back through the field. I think from gate 8, it will probably do the same again, but I'm looking forward to this galloper doing its best work late and filling another placing for connections. 9 on top, Run Liam Run from 1 War God, 5 Dutch Spy and 6 Frieresque. Race 6 at Ascot jumps at 4:10. It's the Varley Barry Curtis handicap over 1,000 metres. And we'll take a look at our horse in focus, last seen at Ascot, and that is Moulton.
Cut the corner, Moulton nursed at the 200, the leader, Special Reward coming away from the fence, coming after it, and so's Diablerie now. Moulton's the leader at the 150, Special Reward the middle from Diablerie, Special Reward with the head in front, going better than it, and goes home to win. The Demerit 3-year-old.
This race on paper has a whole heap of speed to burn, and Moulton is coming from the strongest run last start over 1,200 metres. They went incredibly quick early. I think coming back in distance, the horse has everything in its favour. Gate 6 is a little bit of a query, but there's a few horses on the inside that might try and kick up and keep it out. Having said that, there's a few horses on the outside that will also try and come across. So I think Shooter McGrady just has to get the horse settled early, and it should be able to use that strength it showed last start to run through the line. I have it on top from the 8 Hoboken, which has really been running incredibly well so far this preparation. It had good momentum last start. Once it got going, it just got held up for a slight moment, but it was very strong through the line. It's been running really big sections. It just needs a bit of luck from barrier 1, a bit of clear room coming into the straight. Third pick is the 1 Valor Road, who I expect will start a relatively short favourite. It does have a few favours from gate 2, and the most recent trial over 950 metres was superb. The only query for me is it doesn't necessarily have exposed form over the 1,000 metres, and it is coming up against a few older horses that have been running in good consistent form. And fourth pick is the 11 My Demi, who gets the bar shoes off. Will probably go back from gate 11, but it has been showing that is one of the strongest sprinters late in a few of these 1,000 metre races more recently, so it will be there right at the end. 4 on top, Moulton from the 8 Hoboken, 1 Valor Road and the 11 My Demi. Race 7 at Ascot jumps at 4:45. It's the C Corp handicap over 1,400 metres. And we'll have a look at the last start performance of Little Fish, who's coming from the same race, that Special Reward race last seen at Ascot.
Cut the corner, Moulton nursed at the 200, the leader, Special Reward coming away from the fence, coming after it, and so's Diablerie now. Moulton's the leader at the 150, Special Reward the middle from Diablerie, Special Reward with the head in front, going better than it, and goes home to win. The Demerit 3-year-old.
Little Fish hasn't had too much luck from barriers so far this preparation, and although it draws again a little bit sticky in 9, I'm pretty confident it should be able to find a bit of cover back in the field. But last start it was a huge performance. It was restrained back through the field. It ran the second fastest last 800 on the card, and it was strong through the line behind Special Reward and Diablerie, who have come out and franked that form well. I think with any luck in running, Little Fish looks very hard to get past in this event. Second pick for me is the 12, which is Supreme Force. It was a little bit slow away last start, and from that barrier it didn't really help at all. It had to do a lot of wide running on the corner, and it just failed a little bit late. But I'm looking forward to, from gate 6, being able to settle a little bit more forward. But I think it is a horse that, if it can run to its best, it will give Little Fish a bit of a shake. Third pick is a 9 Resistance. It got too far back last start. It didn't get any clear room in a straight, and it just needed a bit more running room. But again, it draws a bit more favourably this start from gate 4, so perhaps it can settle that extra pair forward in running. And then fourth pick is a 7 Harry Thomas, who's another horse that hasn't been faring too well in the barrier draws, but finally gets a nice one here in 2. It should be able to settle itself in the first 4 or 5 runners, and if it can get a bit of clear room up the fence, it should be there when the whip's cracking at the end. I'm pretty keen though on the chances of the 4 Little Fish in this event, so it's on top from 12 Supreme Force, 9 Resistance and 7 Harry Thomas. Race 8 at Ascot jumps at 5:20. It's the Mum Champagne handicap over 1,200 metres to round out the 2 days of racing at Ascot. And our horse in focus that's coming from that same race once more, the special reward race, we'll have a look at Regal Moon.
Cut the corner, Molten nursed at the 200, the leader, special reward, coming away from the fence, coming after it, and so's Diablerie now. Molten's the leader at the 150, special reward, the middle from Diablerie. Diablerie, special reward, with the head in front, going better than it, and goes home to win. The Demerit 3-year-old.
Regal Moon gets bar shoes on for the first time, but I'm pretty confident Steel Casey is a very promising trainer, so he wouldn't be racing the horse if it wasn't ready for this event. It gets a golden switch going from gate 1 out to gate 14, which is far more favourable for a horse that does tend to get back in the field. It's showing a really nice turn of foot, and it's returned with a strong personal best performance in a race where the form has already been franked. So I'm looking forward to Regal Moon at a bit of a price, running strong down the outside to finish the card. Second pick is the 7, which is 6p spent. I think this horse will go around at really big odds, but I love the way it attacked the line last start at Mount Barker. I think it's been flashing home the last few runs, and it draws really nice for Julian Cockatagelo in gate 4. So with any luck in running, or a little bit more luck in running this time, it might be able to get the job done at a really big price. Third pick is a 3, which is King's Authority. It should be able to just get itself into a nice position once again from barrier 6. It looks 1 out, 1 back all over. And this horse, I think, will also appreciate a more genuine tempo in its runs. So if it gets that up front, it will be one of the strongest horses late. And then fourth pick is the 8 Double Bubble, who last start was only okay. It seemed to get itself into a bit of an awkward spot. It copped a little bit of interference early in that race, and it was okay to the line. But again, I think it should be able to improve with gate 13 if it can just come across and settle in the breeze on this occasion. 4 on top, Regal Moon from the 7, 6p spent, the 3 King's Authority and 8 Double Bubble. Best bets time at Ascot, race 3 number 4 Stoicism and race 7 number 4 Little Fish. That's all for us here on the box seat. If you'd like to keep up to date with us here at Perth Racing, keep in touch via our website or social media. Until next time on the box seat, I'm Pete Anthonus. Until then, go well and good hunting.